Hello, my name's Danny, and welcome to the Top Tier, the weekly podcast where we rank a different subject each week from the worst to the best. Joining me today are my two co-hosts. We have Zach, eating a pastry, and we have another guest this week. We have Mark Irwin.
Hello, hello, hello.
As always, if you have anything you want to tell us, you can email us. We're now at the toptierpodcast@gmail.com. But as for now, what have we been getting up to this week, boys?
Every time I come on here, I've had a really quiet week.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah,
this don't matter anyway, because this week's not about you.
All right. You asked. I'm gonna plug my show before we introduce our guest.
All right, go on.
Because that's all I've been up to.
Yeah, go on.
I'm directing Once, the musical.
Oh, yeah, you are, aren't you? Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
Is it?
But I'm not directing again for the next 25 years after this. It's just the hardest thing I've ever done. It's a joke. There's no blackouts. Everyone's playing four instruments each.
Yeah.
I don't know who's passing a mandolin to somebody who's got a guitar.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. But yeah, if you live in Northwest,
When's it on?
It's on the first week in October.
Nice.
We open on the 3rd.
Nice.
So if you're around, then let me know and I'll
see if we can
grab
plug
you
it
a
on the Instagram as well, or Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. Good show.
I was gonna say I'll grab you a ticket, but you will have to pay.
Yeah. All the listeners just a ticket.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've been up to really.
Nice, mate. Well, welcome, Mark. Mark actually gave us the idea for first dates, and then we got Bev on, so he was he's fuming at it.
That worked out well. Yeah, absolutely livid. Here's my idea, and go get someone else to do it.
Yeah. So we've got Mark on today. Mark, tell us a bit about yourself. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? All that sort of stuff.
So my name is Mark. I'm from Ireland. Currently working with Danny and Tom in the Choir of Man in London. Been doing that now for about 4 years. Not in London, just generally all over. And we're there until March.
What sort of shows have you been in?
Shows I've been in. I've done like more concert type shows, like gigs, like 12 Tenors, tour in Germany. I've done a couple of shows in town. I did the Commitments at the Palace Theatre in London.
Nice.
Back in like the Stone Age, it feels like.
Quality.
Another good Irish show.
Mm.
Just like gigging and stuff like that, like gigging on cruise ships and.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that as well. Yeah.
Good lifestyle, man.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well, I think we should get straight into the intro. Mark has sort of what's the word for it? He's hinted at what the episode might be, but I'm gonna roll the intro music and then he can explain.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
He can explain what the episode is. Here we go. I'm rolling the music. Gives a dance, Mark.
Can't hear anything but okay.
Neither can I.
Right, as we always do with a new member. Oh, before we start with the intro, actually, I just want to let you know that Zach, you'll be playing for Tom. Mark, you'll be playing for Nate for the overall scores. All right.
You know what? I said this last time. It's a fantastic way to do it. We're all busy people.
Yeah.
And just have a group of people whoever's free at the time can record an episode. We're still joyful people. We still have a laugh, whoever it is.
You're just trying to tell we are funny, so listen.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I'm like, just please subscribe, because every single one of us, we tell jokes.
So let's get rolling into it. So Mark, we normally let the guests do the intro, but we want you to lead into it with without telling us what it is and then reveal what it is.
Yeah, make it meaty.
I'll try my best, Measy. So basically, it's essentially me.
Yeah.
To those
Yeah, fair one.
who are listening or watching, depending on what you're on. We've mentioned a couple of things actually at the start about where they're from.
Honestly, Mark, I'm on edge of my seat here, pal.
It's really hard, isn't it? It's really hard. I listened to Matt Bev try to do this last week, and I was like, "Oh, what an idiot!" Like he sounds. It's really hard. I thought about this last night. Yeah, a lot of green, a lot of gold, a lot of look is needed.
Love that.
And ultimately the crack.
Ultimately what?
The crack.
The crack. Yeah, right, what is it?
It's all things Irish.
All things Irish.
All things Irish.
Yeah, so we're gonna do anything that is Irish or involves the Irish.
Now then,
yeah,
lads, I did mid tier to top tier really well. But doing anything Irish with an Irishman and trying to put things in you don't like about Ireland, is really tough.
I'd probably more in my toilet tier and low tier than I had from my top three.
Really? Yeah.
I was like, how do I put that in and don't offend someone?
I know. I struggled actually because I actually love Ireland as well. Like I've been over a few times, a few holidays, especially like Dublin and stuff. But
yeah,
every single time I've been, it's been class. So like, it was hard for me to pick the bad stuff. But I've got a few ones that I'm quite excited about.
It's such an atmospheric country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more the what's the word for the how much they love it, like Irish people.
The passion of it.
Yeah.
Patriotic, is that the word?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Patriotic.
They're like every single Irish person I know is like Ireland till I die.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
It's class. Right, let's get into it. Right,
oh, God, I'm
Mark,
so sorry.
as the guest, you can kick us off in the toilets here. What have you got for us?
Right, this one annoys me. This is shite. This is shite London Guinness. Shite London Guinness.
Right.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I was. I mean, I've had a lot of terrible Guinness in London. Not just London, like.
Oh, right. Got you. Carry on.
You got me. Sorry. Guinness doesn't travel too well from Ireland.
Yeah.
Particularly in London for whatever reason. How it's poured, how it smells, how it looks, how it tastes. It's horrible. I went to see a show a couple of years back over in Wimbledon, and there was a pub across the road, and I actually went with another Irish lad, Sean Keeney, Danny, you know. And we went to the bar and we ordered 2 pints of Guinness. And I've never seen anything like the way she poured it. And the head was that thin on top.
No.
And the two of us kind of stood and looked at each other, and I went, no, this is not happening. And I went back up to the bar and I said, here, listen, that's not a good pint. I was wondering, like, you know, if you could get us a new one with
do it right.
She proceeds to tip a little bit of the top out of the glass.
Oh, then pour it in again.
Get another glass, fill that up with just head, and then transfer it on. It was that bad. There's an Instagram page on Instagram, obviously, called Shite Pints of Guinness London.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
It made the page.
Oh.
That's quality.
There's nothing worse though, and it stinks, and it's yellow. It's just all sorts of wrong.
It's the technique that she's done there as well. Like
pours like a pint of beer.
How did she make just the head though?
Because if you push back on the tap,
it gives you more.
Yeah. But it was the fact that she had it in a little glass
in the bottom, like
poured it into another glass.
Oh, you know what? The picture that's killing me there is the head just sliding down the glass into the other glass.
Nah.
Oh my God.
Safe to say I didn't have a mouth. Like I didn't even taste it. I was like, I can't put it past me.
No.
The worst one I've ever tried, me and Mark did, and we was with Sean then as well when we did that Korea one. We was in South and we didn't find a pint of, obviously didn't find a pint of Guinness anywhere, but this one bar had it, and we had like a half a pint, and you couldn't even take a sip.
I didn't taste it.
Where were you?
In Korea, South Korea.
Guinness don't travel well, so we tried one in South Korea.
Yeah. It smelled like a bag of like dirty old coins.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, that's my number one.
Tastes like a bag of 2 peas.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Right, yeah, good one, good choice.
And then number 2, this one really grates me. Terrible Irish accents in movies.
Good choice.
That is good. You've
Yeah.
been creative here, Mark. I like
And
it.
I tell you what, I'll give you an example. Jared Butler in P.S. I Love You. Right?
Yeah.
Have a word, mate.
Isn't he?
Like,
Is he not
he's
Irish?
Scottish.
Though? Oh, he's
No,
Scottish.
mate, he's
Scottish.
And then you've got Leonardo DiCaprio and Julia Roberts in Gangs of New York.
Mm.
And then the worst one is Emily Blunt in what's the name of the movie? It's Wild Mountain Thyme. It's called. Look it up, but honestly, look it up after this. It's horrifically bad, and it's just offensive.
They don't do Americans don't do the Irish accent very well, do they? Or the British accent, I'd say. To be fair, I
Yeah.
think we're better at
I'm-
doing American than they are doing.
Yeah,
English.
I mean, I'm not the best at accents generally, but like, if you can't do it, like, don't hire them. It really gets me.
That's been our toughest thing doing once. They have to do it. No one's.
Oh, Irish, innit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Course,
you're either Irish or Czech.
Oh, good.
So,
Good plug today then. Seeing as it's
Yeah.
seeing as it's
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Oh,
Irish.
Danny, there's one coming. Don't worry about it.
I like it.
So yeah, they're my two toilets.
Good,
Yeah, class.
good choices actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Bit out
hard.
there,
This
bit
in it for
different.
us.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
going
probably
to be
gonna
hard
be-
as well. Not to agree with an Irishman.
I know.
You're like, yeah, you're so right.
Oh, you're so right. Amazing. That
Yeah.
good choice. Every choice.
Who am I playing for?
Tom.
Oh,
No, Jack.
it's probably a good thing that because isn't he well ahead?
Yeah. Well, I think he's on 6 currently, and Nate. I've got like 1 point. I'm doing terrible this season, so I think Nate's starting to creep up, but I don't know.
All right.
I think today could be a good day for Nate.
Yeah.
Right, should I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Do it.
Right, what one of these is going to be, and I know because I know you, Danny. It's going to be really unpopular. This. My first one is Irish whiskey.
Wow.
Now I know, Mark. I know, and you know what? I have to be truthful. I can't lie. I can't pretend that it's going to go higher. Whiskey in general makes my body shrivel up like a prune.
That sounds like
So
a you problem.
Yeah, it is. Oh God, I get it. It totally is a me problem. But if whiskey touches my tongue, my skin feels like it's coming off my face.
Really, that bad?
It's that bad. Yeah, the smell and stuff. Jesus.
Is that all whiskies or just Irish whiskey?
Oh, Mark, I don't know the answer to that.
Well, what about like if you had a JD?
Yeah, don't like it.
So it must
So
be
it's
all
all-
whiskies then.
Cool. I'm glad we clarified that. I'll just cross out Irish and put whiskey.
Yeah, but it has to be
No,
because
no,
it's
you-
the episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
I'll put whiskey.
Toilet
yeah,
tier whiskey.
Can't
Wow.
stand it. I know I'm not popular. I know I won't get it, but I had to say it.
Yeah, you
fair.
have to do. Yeah.
Do
Now,
you?
the next
do
one, you do you, babe, hun.
Boo.
I'll private message you, hun. My next one, and this hurt me this at the time when I weren't ready for it, is the cost of Dublin.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
gonna have to agree with you there.
that's a good.
Oh
shout.
my word!
Yeah.
Like, I came back a different man. I came back financially broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as like there's quite a few European countries like Norway, Iceland. But you
Yeah.
think, oh, I'm going to Norway or Iceland, so I've prepared for it to be this expensive. When you're going
Yeah.
like 10 miles down the road, what it feels like, you're just like, what is going on? Why is it so
Yeah,
expensive?
agreed. And
And like the main place was Temple Bar. It's like where you want to go and like experience the live music stuff. But it's just so. What is it like €7-8 for a pint now?
yeah.
Something like
And
that.
you when you're there, you obviously have no choice but to be part of the atmosphere and be in it.
Mm.
But at the back of your mind, you're thinking, I can't afford tea this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Remortgage the house.
yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So yeah, I've put the cost of Dublin and whiskey.
I like that one. That's a good one, to be
Yeah,
fair.
good choices. Good choices
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
toilets here. I like it.
Look how excited he is.
Right, here we go.
Go on then.
So, my first one, which is probably going to cause some offence, is
you can't do that first one.
You can't lead that. You can't lead.
You can't lead it. I'm going to offend everyone.
Be offensive, but
I'm gonna get it out of the way because the rest of them I like. So,
go on.
they're sports teams.
Oh. Oh.
To be fair, I have that one something to do with that in the low tier.
All right,
So,
fair enough. So I'm close.
Well, when you say sports teams, clarify what you mean.
I like this. Go on, grill him.
I know,
Get him.
yeah. This is why I was like, do I just say one team that's like really bad, or
I've said one team. That's really bad.
okay. Well, I mean, I'm a big football fan, so
Yeah, of course.
I've probably leaned on the football team in their history, but I don't think.
I mean, I've probably mentioned them.
Yeah.
In the next year, so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about it in the next tier then.
Yeah.
And then my next one, and this infuriates me. I hate it so much, and we probably have some listeners that are this as well, but I'm still gonna say it.
Just offend everyone. Why not?
Yeah, innit? Americans thinking that they're Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good one.
To be fair, I had something in one of the tiers that I took out last minute last night, and it is something got to do with like Americans and how they all think that they're Irish, especially, and then how they say the word leprechaun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Really call them leprechauns.
No, they don't.
No, I swear, I done an American tour with an Irish show a few years back. It was just like an Irish traditional music show with Irish dancers and stuff. And they just lapped it up, and they all came wearing their green and their bangles.
Yeah.
And they'd all come up to you after, and like genuinely, a handful of people thought every Irish family owned a leprechaun out in their back garden.
You see what I mean?
You know what I mean?
A leprechaun sounds like something you got doctors for and get some cream.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, doctor. I've got a leprechaun. Can we sort it out?
So I went. I did the like Choir of Man. I'm doing in the West End now. On a US tour, and because it was like kind of like an Irish pub, and then we had a few Irish people in the cast and stuff. Every single show, no matter what city, no matter what state, like they'd come to you and be like, I'm a quarter Irish from years ago, and they had no idea where Ireland was on a map, but they would say to you that they were Irish, and you're like, you're not though.
That's funny.
But some of them, hold my hands up, some of them knew everything, and you could tell they had Irish family, and it was like they still have Irish family now, so they're fine.
Good way to keep the listeners, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, oh yeah, I have Irish family. You're like, you don't.
Yeah. Great granddad's dog was Irish.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So yeah, I've gone for Americans thinking they're Irish and their sports teams.
I don't think my toilet tea is looking good here, boys.
Not whiskey.
No, of course. But you two have come up with some really good ones.
What was your other one?
The Cost of Dublin.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that one.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I just like yours better.
Yeah. Mark, what were yours again? Just to recap.
Shite Guinness that in London particularly, or like that travels, and terrible Irish accents in movies.
Oh,
you've thought about these, Mark. I love that.
I like
so
them.
creative.
But if there wasn't Guinness in London, because you can find some good Guinness.
Oh,
in
you
London.
can find. I've had some nice Guinness in London, but just there's a couple of
really bad ones.
There's a couple of places that do nice ones, and then the rest are terrible. But like, I do like the I will say I like the American one, and I like the across the Dublin one.
Yeah, I think they're both good.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were that many different Guinnesses. I don't really drink Guinness.
yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be
Yeah,
the same, but it's
not.
it's not.
No.
So
I think, I don't drink Guinness
why?
because it's like a 3-course meal in a glass.
You've already
I
had
had-
the
I had-
3-course meal.
Yeah, I've just
having-
eaten, and then I'm like, oh, let's have a Guinness, and then I have a Guinness, and the taste is lovely. I really like the taste, but God, it fills me up.
Yeah, it does actually. Right.
Depends. I had 16 pints there a couple of weeks ago. When I went home.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now that is
Solid.
that. I did a stag do like that, and we went to an Irish bar, and it was like because we went to an Irish bar, it was like right, we're getting pints of Guinness. But then because some of the old fellas like found it easier to drink, so then the rest of the night was all Guinness. Like, it was so hard to drink.
Is the rumours? Are the rumours true that it? I don't know if I should say that. I might whisper it. Is it make you poo black?
Yeah.
Does it?
It's good for you though. It's full of iron.
Yeah, full of iron, mate. Yeah,
I bet after 16 pints though, I bet it were matte.
it makes you gives you energy, doesn't it?
I bet it were matte black.
Mm.
Yeah.
Matt.
But it came up and dyed the rest of your bathroom. I bet it turned your bathroom into a cave after 16 pints.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
Is it true?
Yeah. I was like, I've never drank enough Guinness to know if my poo goes black.
No.
I'm going to stop saying poo now.
Yeah. So that I think I've put them in. I've put fake American Irish in and the Costa Dublin.
Have you?
So I think we've got them, yeah.
I
Even
can run
though-
with that, yeah.
I think,
I can run with that.
yeah.
Hang on a minute. I don't think... Has this game changed the way it works?
What do you mean?
Because we didn't debate that.
Oh, it was
And all of a
Mark. It was Mark that agreed with us.
Oh,
so I
was
like,
it?
I'm
All
gonna-
right,
I'm
fair
gonna go
enough.
for it. So yeah.
I started talking about toiletries, and then all of a sudden you went, well, I've put these two in.
All of a sudden, you want a point.
You must have just had shit on the mind because, like, me and Mark were just discussing it before.
Oh, was you? Maybe I talked more about shit in my own head then.
Okay, low tier. So the ones that you don't like as much, but
Yeah,
get in there.
this ain't gonna go well. This, Mark, I'm so sorry.
Go on, Zach.
It's okay, you crack on.
So the first one, and I'll explain why, is Irish dancing. Right, right. Danny, I'm warm.
Yeah.
I'm warm because I don't want to offend
Bit
anyone. I
nervous.
don't want death threats. I'm nervous. Right. The reason, the issue I take with Irish dancing, first of all, as a performer myself, I can appreciate what Irish dancing is.
As a dancer.
As a mover,
As a strong mover.
yeah, I'm more of a mover than a dancer. But oh god, I'm sweating. Woo! I can appreciate what it is. What I struggle with is the fact it looks like the bottom half of the body isn't connected to the top half. And that freaks me out.
Yeah.
It
The
is.
top
it's
half doesn't move.
rigid.
Rigid. That's the perfect word. It's rigid. It looks like they've got a plank of wood strapped to the back. Which, again, I can get the discipline. It's great. But then when the legs go blurry, I struggle with it. Oh god, yeah. I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna say.
I have to say though, I've worked with Irish dancers and I had no notion of what Irish dancing was, apart from yourselves probably watching it on TV or something.
Yeah.
They work hard.
Oh god, I can imagine.
It's hard, and their body takes a beating doing it. So.
Yeah, I bet the
it
legs
is
do.
good.
I bet they're all right upper body.
Just chilling up top.
SpongeBob
Upper body,
SquarePants,
honestly,
really thin
upper-
legs, massive body.
Upper body could be drinking a coffee or something and having a full fry up, while the legs are going 10 to dozen.
Yeah, no, it is odd looking.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
And then, oh god, I shouldn't do this. And then when you've got a full show of it, the Michael Flatley experience,
Yeah.
which is fantastic, but the 25 legs going 10 to dozen at once.
Where do I look?
Where do I look? Where do my eyes get drawn to? So yeah, before we get hate mail, I'm gonna go Irish dancing.
Yeah.
And then and then Mark, I'm so sorry again. After this, it gets great. I have an Irish friend at work. She's our expressive arts technician, so she does all the jobs that we couldn't. I'm trying to big her up here, and I can't speak because I've got beer inside me. She does all the jobs that basically make the department run. But she brings in potato chips. Now, I know I'm very careful, Mark. now, potato chips. She came in with an excitement I've never seen before for a piece of potato. How do I say this?
What are they like? Crisps?
Yeah, the crisps. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't think, although tasty,
spit it out.
I didn't think they tasted any nicer than your average crisp.
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah, I thought you might have said that.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fan of crisps as well, aren't you, Danny?
I don't mind a crisp.
I love crisps.
Do you?
Yeah.
I swim with crisps. Yeah, I eat crisps all day, every day.
I like them.
Yeah.
I got so much stick for cheese and onion in my mid-tier from a lot of people on the Instagram. We also had a lovely message from Zoe about happy snacks. Snacks spelled SNAX.
Oh, sorry, it's time to get up.
She said happy snacks are definitely toilet-tier. They are too happy for a stale ball of tastelessness. I've never tried them, but yeah, while you brought up crisps, I thought it'd be good to mention.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, though.
Yeah, I thought you might. That's all right.
I've never tried them. You'll have to bring some. Do they sell them in England?
No. They sell tato in England, but they're not.
No.
They don't travel well. They're the same as Guinness.
I'll bring you back some. I'm going home in a few months. I'll bring you back some.
Nice. All right. Go on then, Mark. What have you got?
So this one is when people think that Irish people say "top of the morning" to you.
Great. I might even put that in right now.
I've never, ever in my life, or any of my friends or any of my family, has ever greeted anyone with "top of the morning" to you. It's just not a thing. That's not a thing. It's like a leprechaun or lepretian. It's a myth.
Yeah. It's like a boil in your bum.
It's literally, honestly, when someone goes, "Oh, top of the morning," that does my head in a little bit.
Why do people do it in a really high pitch?
Yeah, every time.
I don't know.
They don't just say it normal and go "top of the morning" to you. It's like "top of the morning" to you.
Yeah. So it grates me.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, that's class.
That's in, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then my second one is the Irish football team.
I see. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to be fair, at our best, we were number 6 in the world in 1993. I remember when I was a kid going to the pub and watching. We got knocked out. It was the World Cup, it was the Euros. I can't remember exactly, by Spain in penalties. I remember I was only a kid.
Yeah.
And that Irish team were sensational. Nowadays, we've got loads of we've got the odd good player. You've got what's his face, a striker. He scored a hat trick.
Ferguson.
Yes. We've got some good footballers, but I think we're rated I looked it up last night, 49th in the world now.
Not good.
It's really poor. I was saying, if they were playing in the back garden, I'd pull the curtains. I wouldn't watch. I don't really follow international football anymore for that reason. Don't get me wrong. I love competitions. I love watching the World Cup and the Euros and stuff, but not because of Ireland, because they're never in them anyway. So
yeah,
but
I can imagine as well when they're doing really well, the atmosphere in the country have been mint as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember reading a tweet. It was the Euros. God, it was maybe 2 or 3 Euros back. A can't remember exactly, but Ireland were in it, but they were terrible. But I remember Robin Van Persie tweeted that the Irish fans were the best fans he's ever played
Yeah, I
against.
bet.
Like,
Yeah.
and I've seen them. I went to Poland on a stag. Another day's conversation, and it was my brother-in-law's stag, and we went to see Ireland and Poland in the
Oh,
Euros
class.
Yeah.
qualifications. Now we only lost. I think it was 2-1 on the night, but like we only had a small bunch of traveling fans. But the noise they made, it was
Yeah, I bet.
unbelievable. It was unbelievable. But yeah, they're shite.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
imagine actually. That's But yeah, not you don't want anyone saying top of the morning to you. That is the worst.
No.
No, forget about
it. Sports teams and top of the morning, yeah. Good choices
Yeah, good.
actually. I don't agree with my own choice here, but I had to put it in because I had no other spots for it and I just wanted to mention it. But
Right.
I really, really like it. But I just didn't have anywhere else to
Oh, Dan, you'd always do this.
put it.
Go on then.
But it's not going to go. I don't think it's going to go in.
He always throws some sort of spanner in the works where he's like, no, it should be higher, but I've put it here, or it should be lower, but I've put it high. Oh, give it
No,
give
honestly,
it up.
listen. I just think it needed a mention from me, if not anybody. I'm sure people will mention it. You've already mentioned it, Zach, so it's fine.
All
but
right.
like, I just didn't have another spot, and I only had low tier, and I thought I'll just put it here.
Okay.
And it's Irish whiskey.
Right.
I love Irish whiskey, but it's not a low tier choice. But I'd already filled my.
You just had to give it a mention.
I wanted to talk about it. Yeah.
Like an honourable mention.
Yeah, exactly. And my next one, again, quite offensive.
Danny, come on.
It's the language. Not because
You're definitely going to have to elaborate there now.
You're going to have to elaborate before Mark comes and leathers you.
it's a very hard language. Like anytime,
English?
no, the like traditional.
Oh, Gaelic.
Yeah,
Gaelic?
Gaelic. Like, what is that?
Does anyone speak Gaelic anymore?
Well, it's the
It's definitely a dying language. There are
yeah.
parts of Ireland that are purely Gaelic speaking
Wow.
parts. If you go down the west coast, near like past Galway, up right into the Connemara way, it's called.
Yeah.
It's just Irish speaking. So like you go into a shop, you go into
Wow.
whatever, yeah, they speak Irish. Now we in Ireland you have to learn Irish in primary school and in secondary school. You have to. There's no like you get there or you don't get there. But there's like different levels. I was terrible. I was terrible in school in general, so I cared not for the Irish language. And as I'm older now, I wish
you did.
I had learned because like in order to be a primary school teacher in Ireland, you have to speak Irish.
No way,
yeah.
really? Wow.
Like I have a lot of some of my best friends are primary school teachers, and they're fluent in Irish.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but I haven't a clue. I can say a couple of sentences and a couple of words, but
I think
that's
it's a fascinating language. I think it's almost on the same sort of like scope as like Latin, if you know what I mean. But like I'd probably say the same about Latin. I'm like, what
less
is
sexy,
it?
I think.
Well, maybe, yeah.
No, it is. It's and like the thing is as well. Like I'm sure, like most languages, there's different parts of Ireland would say one sentence differently.
All right, Lauren.
See the mirror.
It really looked like she just kind of went.
I was like, honestly, yeah.
And just sneaked into the shot. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's quite a fascinating language. I'm just like, I'd never be able to understand anything that's going on there.
Every day is a learning day. I'm loving this episode. I'm learning so much about Ireland.
Yeah,
it's
it is a nice language, but like I said, it's definitely a dying language.
Yeah.
When you're a kid in secondary school, there's a place called they're dotted around Ireland, the Gaeltacht, and basically you go away for 4 weeks. I think I've never gone because you have to speak fluent Irish.
Yeah.
And like loads of like teenagers go away. It's like this camp, and if you're caught speaking English, you're sent home.
No way.
What?
Yeah, it's to make you better at speaking the language, and you meet other people from different parts of Ireland. It's like I've friends who've went. It sounds sick. Like it's like
Yeah.
you do like kayaking and archery,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
like you have your discos and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all Irish. So if you're chatting up a girl or a guy, you have to speak to them in Irish.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that still goes on. That's still a thing.
Yeah, we mentioned primary schools before. My little brothers live in Wales, and they have to do the same thing. So they have to learn Welsh in primary school, and then they end up speaking Welsh full time. So my brothers went from English speaking to moving to Wales to then speaking Welsh and learning Welsh, and then when you get in GCSE, they have to do another language. So at one point, my brother was learning a third language in his second language.
Wow, that's wow.
Because he speaks English full time, but he was actually learning German in Welsh.
Yeah, that's
bizarre,
nuts
isn't
in it.
That
I
sent
think
my head
people
west,
like
that.
learning languages is like crazy.
Oh mate,
Yeah.
honestly, it's mental.
I can understand German just because I spent like 6 months on a German cruise ship. So like
Yeah.
I started doing the app so you can just test all your German stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
can
bit like that with
understand
Swedish.
basic German, but like I just think it's when people are like fluent in another language, that's mental, isn't it?
Yeah,
right, we have to pick. We've we spent a lot of time on low tier. What? I've put top of the morning in because that's class.
top of the morning has to go in.
Yeah.
I've gone for the whiskey and language, which I don't think any of them deserve to be in low tier, really.
I mean, what was your other one, Matt?
The Irish soccer team. Shocker.
Oh, yeah, shocker.
Irish
But
football
it's
team.
either. I don't know how well it's going to go down if we put Irish dancing in low tier.
Or you've got potato chips as well, which
Yeah, that's a no go. No, I knew that word.
Am I getting 2 points?
I think you might. To be fair, the football team are terrible.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're worse than useless.
Yeah, well, 2 points there for Nate.
Nate's going to be absolutely buzzing that you're playing for him.
Right, on to mid tier.
Oh, these are stuff I quite like now.
Yeah, me
Danny,
too.
Do you go first?
It's only good from here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my first choice is a bit controversial.
Oh, every choice he's put in is controversial or offensive.
Like that bloody plastic dinosaur for bloody.
Oh, don't. I'll get angry again.
Mate, I'm not joking. Someone came to me in the show last night, one of the fans that come to Choir Man but also listen to the podcast, and she was like, I went to a farm last week and there was a plastic dinosaur. sent me a picture of it and everything. I'm going to put it on the Instagram. That's class.
Like, go on. What have you got for it?
All right, well, I'm intrigued because I don't know your thoughts on this, Mark, but my first one is Conor McGregor.
Interesting.
I thought about this last night, and I was actually going to put him lower down.
Really?
Yeah, just because of how he's become, as opposed to how
Yeah, and that's why I put him in mid. I think he's fascinating. I think he's done a lot for his sport to make it the way it is, and also he's now a businessman, all that sort of stuff. And he just what a charismatic guy, and loves Ireland as well. But
I was just going to say that
it's everything in between, isn't it?
But now he just seems to be letting him I think he's just let his.
It's such a shame. He's let himself down big time. I think.
Yeah.
Like I know so many. I used to probably like yourself if you're a fan of UFC or anyone. Like I used to get up at the crack of dawn to watch him, and we'd sit up and have parties waiting for the fights and all of that stuff. And I don't care for his fights anymore. I know he doesn't fight at the minute, but I don't if he was, I wouldn't watch it. I have no interest in it. So it's such a shame because he held 2 belts, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Like what he's done, as you said, for the sport, he put that sport massively back
on the map. Yeah, literally.
But yeah, he's he just I don't like how he's become.
It just done a few things that have just made people just go like, is he a good guy? But I don't know.
Didn't he throw a chair through a window once?
Yeah, and like beat up an old man and stuff.
Punched an old man in the pub
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he
didn't he
didn't
just
like
whack an old man in a bar?
Yeah.
yeah, because he didn't like his what's this drink he has, proper 12
Proper 12 whiskey, yeah.
shite whiskey.
So
See,
yeah,
I'm
I've gone for
not a
Conor
massive
McGregor.
UFC fan. I don't really watch it. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. But 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 I think he's just a bit of a tit.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from not being a UFC fan, because I was just sat listening to you two then, and obviously he's done amazing things in that sport, but I don't know enough about it to what he's, and I love sport, but I don't really follow it. I don't know enough about it. All I know now is the version he's become.
Yeah. To be fair,
Yeah,
the stories
wow.
in the top. I mean, he probably has done a lot as well that you don't know about, like good stuff, like charity stuff. But the bad stuff sells, doesn't it?
It's all tainted by the rubbish that he's done.
Yeah, exactly. And then my other one is the Irish breakfast.
What's the difference?
It's basically the white pudding, isn't it?
A little bit of white pudding, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that it?
and
White pudding.
the bread as well. They have a certain type of bread, which
Is it the sour?
It's funny you mentioned that. I've got something in this tier that like is kind of like that.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate how you two are smiling and nodding at each other.
yeah. Right, go on, and well, you tell us yours, and we'll go from there.
So I've got this could go higher, but I've just got so much. This is where it got hard for me from here on in.
Yeah.
I've got hurling. Have you ever heard of the field sport hurling?
No.
Oh, lads,
No.
this is now an education podcast.
I'm ready.
So hurling it's like a cross between lacrosse and say hockey.
Yeah.
If you want to try and dumb it
All
down
right.
a little bit, it's the fastest field sport in the world.
In what sense?
Fact. Isn't it the fastest field sport in the world? Just no.
What, as in like the runners, the fast?
No, the way the ball travels. So it's called.
Right.
It's the size of a tennis ball, a little bit bigger, but it's called a sliotar, which is an Irish word.
That sounds something like they try and catch in Harry Potter.
And it's yeah, but it's weighty, and they use sticks. Basically, there's 15 players in each team. Goalie.
15?
Yeah, on each team. Yeah, and it's genuinely one of the most. Honestly, after this, Google or YouTube, what I don't know what the cool kids do these days, hurling. And
I've
watch
just
it. It's
Googled it
honestly-
now.
I'm just gonna say I'm not waiting. I'm gonna do it right now.
It's sensational, and the hits. It's an amateur sport. Nobody gets paid for it.
Oh really?
On an All Ireland final day, which is like the big. It's like the FA Cup. In Croke Park, it's like no other. Myself and my father went years ago, and we got so drunk. We were sitting a couple of rows in front of the president. I don't know where I'm going this week. Sean Connery, the president of Ireland, and we were battered. And we were like looking down here, and the ball was up the other end. The ball moves so fast. It's honestly exhilarating. It's one of the best games you'll ever watch live.
I am currently watching a video of what is hurling, and
I would probably go a bit further on and just watch hurling.
yeah.
yeah.
It looks like they have a big paddle on the end of the stick, almost.
And people are just. One sec.
Go on.
All right, two things I've taken from this video. One is they really like to hurt each other. So like people are just whacking each other with sticks and pretending to go for the ball.
Yeah.
And then another one, I would not like to be a goalkeeper.
And
The speed that ball goes at them.
Honestly,
The keeper just jumps up in weighing ups at best.
Yeah.
And they catch you like one hand catch that ball when it's going that fast.
Wow.
And then my other one is a breakfast roll.
Right.
Oh.
That's breakfast, surely.
So this is like, yeah, no.
Let me listen.
So a breakfast roll, if you ask any Irish person you know, just say, what's a breakfast roll? Breakfast roll is religion in Ireland. You wake up and you're hungover. So our filling stations in Ireland, you go in and there's like a food deli, but it's like nothing you've ever seen before. And you go in and you get a breakfast roll. You basically get a French baguette, crispy or soft. I prefer it a little bit soft myself. Got soft teeth, you know. And you get two pieces of two rashers in it, or as you call it, bacon, sausages, white pudding, black pudding, hash brown, mushrooms, tomato, and an egg and ketchup in a roll.
Oh,
And how do
to me.
women in the
God.
deli put it all in, put all that in, and manage to wrap, and then that with a cup of tea. I'm actually starving thinking about it. It's so good.
That would sort this hangover out right now.
Yeah, mate. That sounds
Breakfast roll in Ireland they're like the religion.
that sounds incredible. I want a breakfast roll right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they don't do anything. They don't do anything even close over here. So annoying.
I
If
think
any Irish person that's abroad, whether they're in Australia, England, where the first thing they do when they go home is get a breakfast roll.
everything you said in that's in the breakfast roll is also in my Irish breakfast.
On your plate.
Yeah.
literally.
So I'm
Oh,
putting it in.
right. Fine,
Well, you
Danny.
can travel with it.
That's going in.
Fine.
Yeah.
So breakfast roll / breakfast I'll put in, and then do we have any remaining? Zach, right?
I've not said mine. This again from here on.
Just good.
The next four could have been anywhere in these. You know, I could
fair.
have mixed them up.
Yeah.
Mid, I've gone for Irish stew.
Oh, yeah.
Food. The food is coming in. Oh, it's making me hungry. Irish
Now
stew's
that
well nice.
that could have been high tier. It could have been top tier. It could have been mid tier. Honestly, it was like I threw these next six into a pile and just did see where they ended up.
Yeah.
The Irish stew is something else.
Yeah.
And since the introduction, we've got the pencils out. Since the introduction of the slow cooker,
Yeah.
Oh,
putting an Irish stew into a slow, honestly, oh god.
Yeah,
Can we
mate.
just take a minute to think about the smell?
But you
Yeah.
still can't beat an Irish mammy cooking an Irish stew.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just say a riddle?
What do you call? Well, yeah, Irish stew. There's I can actually taste it. There's just no taste like it.
Yeah. So
I'm
got Irish
starving
stew.
now. Why is mid?
I know,
Oh,
I'm well
no.
I'm going straight back to the shop that I got the pastries from and buying some sausages. And then I've gone for the Irish Wolfhound.
That's a big dog, innit?
That is
That's
one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen.
It's like a plastic dinosaur.
It is. It's like a grey plastic dinosaur. An Irish Wolfhound you could ride to work.
I like a big dog. I really like a big dog. I just don't agree with you, though. They're so, I don't know. It's like their fur's...
Boring.
They look
So,
like
Danny,
their fur's falling out constantly.
You didn't let me finish.
Go on, right, go on then.
So why do I put things in mid-tier?
Don't know.
Because it's a love-hate relationship.
Right, I see.
I love bits of it. I hate bits of it. Hate's a strong word. I don't hate any dog, but you know, Irish Wolfhound. I love dogs. I love big dogs, but they just look a bit homeless.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They look homeless.
Yeah.
They just look a bit. I've not had a warm night's sleep for a week.
They're massive though, aren't they? They're huge.
They're massive. Yeah.
Huge. Right.
So Irish stew and Irish Wolfhound.
There we go. So we got the stew's a good one as well.
Stew is a good one.
Conor McGregor, and then Mark. What's your other one again? Other than the roll,
Hurling.
I just don't know enough about that to.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that.
I think this
And I'm
one
quite
could be all
scared of
about
it.
food.
I think it's
This one
food.
could be
Yeah.
food tier.
Yeah.
Irish stew and brekkie.
Irish.
I'm hungry
stew.
enough to let it slide as well.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Right, we're getting to the really good ones now. Let's fly through these. We've got high tier and top tier, but first high tier. I'm gonna go first.
Well then.
Bailey's.
Nah.
Bailey's,
Love
mate.
Bailey's. Love Bailey's.
Bailey's.
Oh, stop saying it. It's weird.
Bit of ice. Bailey's. I don't know.
I drank a bottle of Bailey's from the bottle before with no ice.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah,
It was absolutely minging.
Danny, do you remember playing the Jeff thingy selling game at your house?
Very much so. Never forget it.
One that ruined my internal organs. You know when we pick something to have shots with?
Did we choose Bailey's?
Yeah, we had Bailey's.
Oh, I didn't remember that. That's probably blocked that out of my mind. You don't do shots with 20 pints of beer.
Yeah,
we don't choose Bailey's.
We went through that game about 17 bottles of Budweiser each in the space of 2 hours, and I ended up having 9 shots of Bailey's.
Bailey's, yeah. If you got like a red card, you had Bailey's.
Yeah, it was a messy affair, that.
Yeah, that's not good.
And ever since then, I've just not really been a fan of it.
Fair.
So yeah. But yeah, fair enough. Bailey's. So my first one is Bailey's, and then my next one is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's kind of gone though. It's not what it used to be. Jesus, years ago, I remember Paddy's Day was like unbelievable, and the town would be rammed.
Yeah,
you couldn't turn a cat in it. Like it was so busy. And it was just let that one slide.
I'm gonna take that. Honestly, that's gone in my pocket. I'm using that.
It was one of the best days. As a kid, you look forward to it, and then as an adult, you look forward to it. But now they don't even do it really parades anymore in most of the smaller towns.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of gone a little bit by the wayside.
Do you think it's because we've like taken it more, and it's become sort of like a
like an ironic celebration, isn't it?
I think it's because like the younger generation that was now are older that are like in charge. I don't think they care anymore. I don't think people are as passionate about it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I've just had some good St. Patrick's Day and celebrations and parties and whatever. So
yeah. So I do like the old Paddy's Day, definitely.
So
I'm usually gigging it.
Yeah, exactly. There's always like live bands on and stuff like that. So
I'm usually every year I'm rammed gigging St. Paddy's Day. You know, we don't particularly do Irish music, but we'll throw in Irish music. You know, we might get a fiddle player to come and do a couple of gigs with us. You know.
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day.
Like Paddy's Day when it hit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember as a kid just looking forward to like going out to the parade and just like, and all it was like 17 tractors and then like a couple of lorries. But it was class. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, over to you, Zach.
Hi to you. I've not mentioned this one before, but I'm going to plug the musical I'm directing. In High Tier, I have put Once.
The musical. Good choice.
It's just the best. It's an unbelievable musical. It's got unbelievable music in it. The story's real.
It's one of the only musicals I've seen in town more than once. One of the only ones. I saw it about 4 or 5 times, and I was
I saw it. I think I saw it 3. Yeah. We saw it a couple of times together, didn't we?
So good.
I saw it once in London, and there was an English guy playing the lead, and it really annoyed me, so I left.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's.
It's not because I know loads of English that can do it, but his accent was terrible. It goes back to that.
Really?
It was terrible. So it kind of put me off it.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's I just love the music in it. The music is stunning.
Stunning.
Yeah, it is
stunning. Yeah, stunning.
And so you know, we'll put it on Instagram. Come and see it. So I've put Once and I've put Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, what a legend.
Roy Keane in the High Tier.
Roy Keane makes my weekend.
Yeah.
If he is on not Soccer Saturday, if he's like doing a 5:30 game, or if he's doing if he's doing Soccer Sunday or whatever, he elevates that program.
He's
massively.
Good. He's great on it, isn't he?
He's great at what he does. I have to say this, is a United legend, so that's why he's up there a bit more higher. I just think he's a wonderful human.
Great beard.
Yeah,
Great
fantastic beard. And I think he makes the world a better place.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Good choices. Yeah, good choices.
Thanks.
What have I got? I've got Irish traditional music,
What, like
as in like trad music. Like
Oh, mate.
trad music is next level. Actually,
Yeah.
Tom, we're in a dressing room the other day. I shared a dressing room with Tom. Yeah, fair enough. Depends now. You'll have to hear what I have for there.
Yeah.
Tom is in the dressing room with Tom, and like, he just put it on. Like I didn't ask him to put it on. Like he just fancied it. Like it's one of those just feel good. You know what I mean? It's just good music, and like
It is.
like when you go to a session, like a proper session on a normally like midweek, Tuesday night, Thursday night in an Irish pub, and there's just like a random group. Some of them would have played together, and then someone might just pop in and go, "I heard there's a session."
Yeah, like a jamming session.
They'll pull out their bowron or they'll pull out their banjo, and they'll not their banjo, and they'll just all know the same songs. It's just mad.
Yeah.
And then our crisp selection.
Nah, I'm not having
Nice.
that.
Listen, hear me out, right? We have the best crisps in the world. I was livid that I wasn't invited onto the crisp section one. You have Tato, right? And like Tato isn't just salt and vinegar, cheese and onion and smoky bacon. There's like 20, 30 varieties of Tato, from like pickled onion to like they're unreal.
You're
Tato.
just describing Monster Munch.
Crisps. You're just describing
No.
crisps.
Yeah, they're my two top tiers. The Irish traditional music.
High tier, right?
And high tier. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irish traditional music and the crisps.
Now I agree with you with the music. The music is incredible, but for
next
me,
level.
it is the next level. I think
It's the best.
It's so good that you incredible music. Irish people in general have some of the best music.
Oh, they do.
Like,
Yeah.
even coming out
And
now,
you know what?
think of like how long it's been popular. Like, and even the new artists now are incredible.
You know what? Some Irish musicians are next level.
Just different.
Yeah, I've managed to. I was lucky enough to tour on that same Irish tour with the Lepretians. And I worked with 4 musicians, and 2 of them were 2 brothers from Mayo, and they actually are in a band. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I'll let you listen to it in work later, Danny. But they're boxing banjo. They're called boxing banjo. They're honestly,
I'll
but
write
like
that down. I'll have a listen.
and watching those lads just jam before a show, like, and one of them had a bowron, and the way he played it, he just made love to the bowron.
They do. They bring an emotion to it.
I think I can play the bowron. Like, I can play it well enough to like get by, but like then you look at this lad, and he's literally making it sing. Like, it's just magical.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? It's so good.
Yeah, it's so uplifting. We'll have to listen to it a bit later on now.
Right, so we've got. Let's make a decision then. We got St. Patrick's Day Baileys, Irish music, and the crisps, which that's not going in. And then Zach, what are yours again?
Once and Roy Keane.
Totally forgot about the Roy Keane already.
I'd say if mine aren't going in, then I'd say St. Patrick's Day and Roy Keane.
Good shout. I'll take it.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy Roy Keane got in.
Everyone loves Roy Keane.
I'm gonna send him a message.
But he also comes from that going back to the Irish football team that were like he's
in that team, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But that's what a leader does, right? It just makes the people around you better. Like, he was such a leader. Right? My voice keeps cracking.
Gonna be a fun show tonight.
Okay, top tier, the best of the best. This is what we are talking about. I think this tier is gonna have the first 3 in a tier that we've ever had on the top tier. I'm just gonna put it out there. None of us have said it yet, so.
Okay. If that's never happened before, has it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think.
All right, who wants to go first then?
So should we get the first one that we know that's going in because we've spoke about it already?
Well, I think so. Yeah, I think I know what we all think we're on about.
Hey, Eminem, calm it. He started. I know what we think. We thought that you thought that I think.
So
Right.
I'm gonna
Rap.
put it in already, and let's see if we all think. I can't. Should we just
we
all
say
say
1,
1
2,
and 3?
3 then?
I'm
Yeah,
confused. Which one am I saying?
Is it 1, 2, 3, go, or 1, 2, and go, and 3?
1, 2, 3, go. And the one
Okay.
that we think was gonna be the 3.
So it's
all
not.
3.
So it's not the one that Mark's already spoke about that me and you did this to.
No. Because he's already had
that's-
one in.
That.
Oh no, maybe you're not gonna put it in because you said you don't like it that much. But it's going in anyway, so me and Mark will say it. 1, 2, 3, Guinness.
Guinness.
Oh no. No, that's not. That's not
But
mine.
Guinness from home.
Yeah.
We always say, I don't know how I don't know if I should say this. We always say at home, it's like mother's milk. It's honestly,
What addictive?
Oh.
just creamy and just so
Oh,
warm.
come on,
Oh,
Mike.
it's just getting
Oh,
worse.
I've said addictive. You said creamy. It's got
Right.
weird.
Addictive and
Okay,
creamy.
so
Guinness.
Like mother's milk.
It's their their tagline for their new advert.
Yeah. Right. So Guinness definitely.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Who wants to go? Do you want me
Well,
to say?
Now, we now know what's in the top.
We
tier.
we don't need to discuss because it's
Yeah, I put I put Irish music.
yeah, so did I.
Right.
So
And
Yeah.
then did you say there's a third one?
well no, it's just Guinness is in there now and traditional Irish music is in there now, but we can say our other choices.
Yeah.
Go on.
So
You go
obviously
ahead there.
mine were Guinness and Irish music.
So you got both.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, was
I went
Guinness, I
for
Guinness as well. So
Yeah, so you'll have the point as well. What was
yeah.
your
So
other
you'll
one?
have the point as well. Yeah, you'll both have it.
What was your other one, Mark?
the crack.
The Craic.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah, good
That
choice.
is very, very good.
No one
choice.
else in the world has the crack. And there's a saying. There's an old saying. Lauren told me to make sure I said it. There was an old saying, so I don't get cancelled. There's an old saying in Ireland, and it is, "You can beat your wife, but you can't beat the crack."
Wow.
Wow. I love that your missus has made you say that.
I stress. No, she made me say that. Stress that it's an old. It's an old.
Oh,
saying.
right. I got you.
Yeah.
So you don't get cancelled.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You just get to work later and they're all like, I'm really sorry, Mark.
Yeah. You're fired. B45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Irish music and the accent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the way some words are said in an Irish accent is wonderful. I do. I think it's such a friendly accent.
Yeah. It is.
Unless you're Roy Keane.
Yeah. So that's that. I mean, Guinness and trad music is definitely. What was your other one, Zach? Just so we got it in there.
The accent.
Oh, sorry. Is that what you just said? Yeah.
Yeah, I just said that, didn't
Yeah. Sorry, mate. The accent is class, and it's quite a sexy accent in it.
It is. It's got a sexiness to it about it, hasn't it?
Yeah. That's what
thanks, boys.
everyone. But saying that, that's when everyone says about Gerard Butler in it in P.S. I Love You is the accent.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
but he's a sexy
bad
man
accent.
as well. To be fair.
Yeah.
Right. So we have done it. It is all done. Anything Irish. That was such a good episode. I'm gonna go through the list now. Zach, will you add the points up for everyone that's?
Whoa, this is a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I will. Right, hang on a minute.
Okay, here we go. I'll put the tension music on. Are you ready?
Attention music on, please.
Here we go. So we got the fake American Irish, which was my point. So 1 point to me.
Yep.
And the cost of Dublin, which is 1 point to you.
Yeah.
We've got low tier, top of the morning, which was Mark. And the football team, which again was Mark, right? Yeah,
Yep,
2 in a tier, no
double.
sharing. Yeah. Mid tier, the breakfast roll / breakfast, which is me and Mark. And the Irish stew, which was you.
Tell you what, boys, this is Clinton Colossus.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. High tier, St. Patrick's Day, which was me, and Roy Keane, which was you.
I love Roy Keane.
And then the top tier, Guinness, which was me and Mark, and Trad Music, which was me and you, Zach.
Right.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's off.
That's good. I think his battery might have gone on his laptop.
His battery's definitely gone.
Hopefully he'll be able to join us to see the end. Hopefully, I was like, join on your phone if your battery goes. He's gone just as I'm about to reveal the winner.
Just as he's got tense. That's funny. Oh god, you know what made that even funnier? The noise that it made when he went.
Really? Oh, he's back. He's back.
God.
Lads, a lot.
Oh, there we go.
The laptop never went so quick.
I know.
Have you got? Can you get video on?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
There
he is.
This is decent, actually. Yeah.
Oh god, Matt, that killed me. I've just been crying, laughing for the last 30 seconds. I've never known something to disappear so quickly. All of a sudden, it made this funny noise where it went like, and then you disappeared. God,
It's because the Craic didn't get put into the top tier.
So
Yeah, he just left at that time.
Yeah.
Right, he's back. So we can. Zach's now counting them up, and we can. Get
man, it's close. It's a very, very close episode.
Right, go for it.
So we only have a first and second.
Wow. Okay, so someone's in. We have a double second or a double first.
Yeah. So, in second place, with 4 points,
yeah,
we have me and Mark.
You having a laugh?
As on one.
With 5 points, we have our winner is Danny this week.
Oh, man.
I'm not quite sure how that's happened.
How's that worked out?
I thought Mark were going to run away with it.
Yeah.
You know why, Mark? Because all the points that you got, for example, Danny also got.
Yeah. To be fair,
And the points that I got, Danny also got.
We had a couple of double ups there along the way.
Yeah, we did. So you only won by a point, but you beat us by 1 point.
That was tight. That was good.
That was tight. Usually it's not that tight.
Yeah, actually, someone normally runs away with it, and I
Yeah,
think
they do.
We was all in quite agreeing on what the choices were. That was actually a really fun episode, and
It was a good laugh, that.
And
yeah, I enjoyed it,
and it felt educational at the same time. Which is,
honestly,
You know what I mean? You're gonna
Mark, I've learned so much.
You're going to start Googling about hurling.
yeah,
You're going to order in some Irish crisps.
yeah.
Googling, I'm going to go and play it.
Yeah, literally. There are GAA clubs around London like that play. I don't know if they play hurling. They definitely play Gaelic football.
Right.
But again, I feel like the standard in Gaelic football is dropped dramatically over the years. But hurling is just honestly, if you ever get to Ireland and you just happen to be anywhere there's a hurling game on, you just need to go and watch it live. I played it when I was 7 and I got hit across the legs once and I never played it again.
That's what I saw in the video. It looked painful.
It was horrible.
I think it'd be a bit niche to find a hurling club in the northwest.
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah, I mean, you could start one.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not wrong.
You know what I mean?
That's not a bad shout. That
just need 30 lads to join you straight away.
30 lads with sticks and a rapid ball.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's time before we end for joke of the week. Let's see what we got this week. Come on. Now it's joke of the week. It's the joke of the week. Go on, Mark. Kick us off, lad.
What do you call an Irish spider? A paddy longlegs.
Oh. It's awful. It's awful.
Tragically good.
It's good.
It is tragically fantastic, yeah.
Only you'd get away with that as well, so we'll say that
mean?
one. Mine's a bit long for our normal jokes, but I'll go for it.
Oh, that's bizarre because I asked you yesterday if I could do a long one. You said no.
Oh, did he? Oh,
it's not too
that's
long.
bad form,
I'm
Danny.
gonna say it dead quick, so it doesn't seem
Bad
as long.
form.
4 beer company CEOs walk into a bar. CEO of Budweiser orders a Bud Light. CEO of Miller orders a Miller Light. The CEO of Coors orders a Coors Light. And the CEO of Guinness orders a Coke. The first three asked the CEO of Guinness why he didn't order a Guinness, to which he replied, I figured if you three weren't ordering a beer, it would be rude for me to.
No, Danny, I'm sorry, mate.
Danny, that was awful.
That's good.
Danny, that's one of the worst I've...
The fact that you're the only one laughing at your own joke.
That's one of the poorest I've heard in a while. That.
Oh, come off it.
I
Right,
get
go on
it,
then.
because, you know... did you hear Ireland is the fastest growing country in Europe? Its population's always doubling.
These are some bad jokes this week. Some bad jokes this week.
Does that mean I win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. I think you win the joke of the week this week.
Yeah, extra point.
Yay.
Well, there you go. We've done it. The top tier, anything Irish. As always,
Top that.
email us at the toptierpodcast@gmail.com for any funny stories. If you've got any funny stories from Ireland, time visiting there. If you're Irish, tell us what you've been up to there. And that's it. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the the usual places. We're on YouTube. So you can see this in video form as well and see Mark's lovely face there. But from me, Danny, it is now goodbye.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you. All the best
bye.
from Zach.
Cheers, lad. Thanks for having me on. Good fun.
Bye.
Nice one. That was top. All best.